Bonjour la classe! Le titre aujourd'hui, c'est le bonheur. To start, I'd like you to copy out the vocab grid below and fill it in using the options on the right-hand side of the screen to help you. If you get stuck on any words, why not look them up on Collins Online French Dictionary? I'd like you to pause the video now to give you time to do that. Ce qui me rend heureux, heureuse, c'est de, or de with apostrophe if it's followed by an infinitive that begins with a vowel. Aider les autres, to help others. Être avec mon meilleur copain, ma meilleure copine, be with my best friend, male or female. Être en famille, be with family. Partir en vacances, go on holiday. Se retrouver avec mes amis, to meet up with my friends. Rester au lit, stay in bed. Rigoler avec mes amis, have a laugh with my friends. Avoir de bonnes notes au collège, have good grades at school. Ce qui me rend heureux, heureuse, c'est le, la ou les, with a noun. L'amitié, friendship. L'argent, money. Le chocolat, chocolate. Les animaux, animals. Le bonheur, c'est quand. Happiness is when. Mon équipe de foot gagne un match. My football team wins a match. Today we're on the last unit of Module 5 and it's all about le bonheur, happiness. We're going to be describing what makes you happy and using complex structures. To begin, we're going to look at the key vocabulary for today's lesson. I'd like you to repeat after me. Ce qui me rend heureux, heureuse, c'est d'aider les autres. And you see there I combined the D apostrophe with aider because it begins with a vowel. Ce qui me rend heureux, heureuse, c'est d'être avec mon meilleur copain ou ma meilleure copine. In the interest of time, I'm now just going to read the infinitive phrases, so please repeat after me. Être en famille. Partir en vacances. Se retrouver avec mes amis. Rester au lit. Rigoler avec mes amis. Avoir de bonnes notes au collège. L'amitié. L'argent. Le chocolat. Les animaux. Le bonheur, c'est quand. Happiness is when. Mon équipe de foot gagne un match. And what football team is this? Correct, PSG, Paris Saint-Germain. We're now going to look at grammar for today. Meilleur. The adjective meilleur means better or best, depending on how it is used. The ending of meilleur changes depending on the noun it refers to. So if we have a masculine singular noun, like copain, meaning friend, if you wanted to say my best friend, you'd say mon meilleur copain. You wouldn't add an ending. But if you wanted to say the best mark, and the word mark, note, is feminine, we'd add an E, la meilleure note. In the plural then, masculine plural, if we wanted to say one of the best films, and the word for film is un film, we'd say un des meilleurs films, adding an S to the meilleur to show that it's plural. And similarly, in the feminine plural, we'd add an S, but also an E. So S to show it's plural, E to show it's feminine. Mes meilleurs amis. Complex structures. To make your writing more impressive, you can use complex structures. And the three that I've given you today were in the starter. So we have ce qui me rend heureux or heureuse, c'est de, or de with apostrophe if it's followed by an infinitive beginning with a vowel, means what makes me happy is to. Now, why do you think you might use heureux or heureuse? Fantastic. You use heureux if you're male and heureuse if you're female. A similar expression would be then ce qui me rend heureux, heureuse, c'est le l'aller plus a noun or mon ma me. What does mon ma me mean? Fantastic. It means my. In the masculine, mon, in the feminine, ma, and in the me is the plural. Then we also have le bonheur, c'est quand. Happiness is when. I'd like you to see if you can use the structures above to translate the following for me. Number 1, what makes me happy is to play football. Number 2, what makes me happy is my cat. Number 3, what makes me happy is to eat pancakes. And number 4, happiness is when lockdown is finished. You might need to use Collins Online French Dictionary to help you, particularly with number 4. So I'd like you to pause the video now to give you time to do that before I go through the answers. Number 1. What makes me happy is to play football. Ce qui me rend heureux ou heureuse, c'est de jouer au foot. 2. Ce qui me rend heureux, heureuse, c'est mon chat. Toi? Ce qui me rend heureux, heureuse, c'est de manger des crêpes. Et finalement, le bonheur, c'est quand le confinement est terminé. And that might resonate with you, that one. I'd now like you to open your textbooks, page 106, and here we have a text that says Qu'est-ce que c'est pour toi le bonheur? Or Qu'est-ce qui te rend heureux, heureuse? Firstly then, what is happiness for you? Or what makes you happy? I'd like you to listen as I read these texts to you. Eric, ce qui me rend heureux, c'est d'être avec mon meilleur copain, se retrouver quelque part, sortir ensemble, bien rigoler, quoi. Voilà, pour moi, le bonheur, c'est l'amitié. Margot, le bonheur pour moi, c'est de rester au lit au lieu d'aller au collège. Ce que j'adore, c'est quand je me réveille le matin et je n'ai pas de cours parce que c'est dimanche. Farid, le bonheur, c'est quand mon équipe de foot gagne un match. Quand on a gagné contre le PSG, mes amis et moi étions bien contents. Malheureusement, on a perdu samedi dernier, donc on était tous déprimés. Cécile, ce qui me rend heureuse, c'est d'être en famille. Nous sommes une grande famille et nous sommes très proches. Mon grand-père maternel est décédé l'année dernière et il me manque beaucoup. Alors, j'apprécie surtout de passer du temps avec mes autres grands-parents. Antonine. Pour moi, le bonheur, c'est d'avoir de bonnes notes au collège. Une fois, j'ai eu la meilleure note de la classe en sciences et j'étais heureux comme tu. Mes parents m'ont dit que si je réussis mes examens, j'aurai une Xbox 360. Alors, je ferai un gros effort. I'd now like you to reread back through those texts and answer the following 5 questions in English. So, number 1, who is happy when they get good grades at school? 2, who was sad last Saturday because their football team lost? Number 3, who is happy when they are with their family? 4, who thinks happiness is about friendship? And finally 5, who is happy when they don't have to go to school? I'd like you to give yourself some time and pause the video now, as I'll be going through the answers in a moment. Un. Antonine. He says, le bonheur, c'est d'avoir de bonnes notes au collège. Happiness is having good grades at school. Number 2. Farid. He says, malheureusement, on a perdu samedi dernier, donc on était tous déprimés. We were all depressed because the team lost. Who is happy when they are with family? Well, it's Cécile, and we see that in the first line. Ce qui me rend heureuse, c'est d'être en famille. What makes me happy is being with family. Who thinks happiness is about friendship? Well, that's Eric, and Eric says in the last line, voilà, pour moi, le bonheur, c'est l'amitié. So, for me, happiness, it's friendship. And finally, who is happy when they don't have to go to school? Well, that's Margot, and she says, le bonheur pour moi, c'est de rester au lit au lieu d'aller au collège. It's staying in bed instead of going to school. I hope that's not what you're doing at the moment. Your homework for today is to translate the 2 texts from Cécile and Antonine into English. I'd like you to send your translations to me at jwatson@stbedes.cams.sch.uk. And I've given you some vocab to help you on the right-hand side of the screen, but you may need to go on to Collins Online French Dictionary to help you a bit more. I hope you're all well. Au revoir la classe!